Well, boys and girls, it's that time of year again where I make good on a promise that I made months ago because I had other things going on, so I couldn't have done it earlier than this, but I'm doing it now because I actually thought about this thing, and it's review a new Thomas toy. Whoa! Oh my god, what the fuck was that? So this is the Sodor Adventure Pack. This is part of the 80th anniversary line of metal collection figures, I guess. That's what we're calling that now. And as you can see, we got a fun lineup of characters, an interesting lineup of characters. We have Henry, Thomas, James, Percy, Annie, and Clarabel, which is cool, I guess. We do have an exclusive Thomas, as denoted by that little badge up there, but you also have Annie and Clarabel. This is the only way you can get them currently. I don't know if they are exclusive to this set, or if, you know, they're reused from something else, but aside from those three, the rest of them are available on their own. Thomas is also available on his own, but not this version, obviously, and you can't get Annie and Clarabel on their own either. This is also pretty much all of the new die-cast toys that they're putting out, so, you know, you get this, and you're knocking 4 birds out with 1 stone. I get 3.5 because of Thomas having a little guy on him, but we'll get to the little guy. Looking at the box, they don't actually have the 80th anniversary logo anywhere on this, which is surprising considering that's what this is for. But it is on, you know, all the single releases and the motorized stuff. But, you know, we got the classic CGI renders of everybody. They're on literally every corner of the box. The only part they're not on is the back, which is kind of interesting. We do have the things available in the set, which is fun. Not that, you know, this isn't like the classic like collect them all thing that they used to have, where they have other products that you can buy besides this one. It's only the things available in this specific product, but hey, it's a step up from just this crap down here across the whole box. So that's fun. So yeah, we're gonna open it now. We're gonna see what's inside. I mean, I know what's inside. I can literally see inside the box, but the part I can't see, we're gonna see that, and we're gonna
play with toys.
Oh my god, I'm making an ass out of myself. Alright, so here it is, the Sodor Adventure Pack. We got all our little pals in there. Give you another look.
Ah!
I'm working with a bit of a,
as the kids say, scuffed setup.
God, I fucking hate the internet so much. It's so dumb. Anyway, let's open it because, yeah. Oh, I killed James. Alright, let's
Slide out the fun little tray. Wowie zowie.
Alright, so, here they all are. I don't want them to fall out, but, let's take all our guys out and, see what we're working with here, see what kind of awesome stuff is in the thing. Yup. Alright, and here they all are out of the box. We have our little Thomas, we have our little Henry, we have our little James, we have our little Percy, we have our little Annie, and we have our little Clarabel. And right off the bat, I put these the wrong way around. That one's Annie and that one's Clarabel. Alright, now that I've fixed that, yeah, I think they look pretty fun. First impressions, they're a lot lighter than I thought they would be. I mean, they've got some heft to them, but like Henry's like, I don't feel like Henry's that heavy, really, which is weird because he's one of the larger characters, but I think Thomas is a little weightier. I don't know. So that's neat. And, you know, just admiring the details so far that we got. We have, you know, the side rods, and we have kind of accurate wheel configurations and good proportions, separately molded whistles and stuff. A lot of good detail that I'm a fan of. So let's jump into this by looking at our boy Henry. I gotta start with Henry, because he's the one who's actually turning 80 this year, not that little blue dude. So, Henry, very interesting addition to the metal collection. I don't know, I mean, I kind of know why they did Henry, because, you know, he's one of the original 3 railway engines from the first Railway series book, so it makes sense that he would get a little merch. But it's Henry. Mattel doesn't really like him.
But what's the warmest place on Sodor?
The Steamworks is pretty hot, sir.
Quiet, Henry. I'm trying to think.
So I just thought it was kind of interesting and cool that Henry, of all characters, got a little spotlight here in this line, and not Gordon, who's a little bit more popular and marketable in the eyes of Mattel. So that's fun. Edward, you know, he didn't get shit, but Henry here looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how Henry looks. Like I said, he feels very light. I don't know why, but I think he looks cool. He looks good. There's his little face. If we can focus on his little face. Focus on his little face. There we go. There's his little face. He's a happy camper. He's not scared of anything because he's not a p***. Can I say that word in a Thomas video? I'm gonna bleep it out. He's not afraid anymore. He's not scared, because that's not really a defining personality of him, because that's dumb.
Disgraceful.
Disgusting.
Despicable.
Anyway, I think, are the handrails separate? No. The handrails I thought were separately applied. They're not. They are raised on his boiler, but they are just painted on after the fact. The lining looks pretty good. There's one little itty bitty little missed mark there, but aside from that, over here there's some issues with everything lining up, but it's not terrible. We do have those season 23-24 rivets on them, which I don't mind at all. Completely plastic tender, which I also don't mind. These little bits are actually separate, as well as these green bits right there, so that's cool. Kind of an open cab. You can see in the window, but like the back is fully sealed, and the roof to the cab, the little pin for the screw that you know, keeps it all together, that goes straight through, and there isn't really an opening there, so it's open and it's not open. I kind of wish it was fully open. I don't know if there was a way to, at least the windows, at least make the windows, you can see through the windows. But I don't know. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, Henry, an interesting inclusion. I don't mind it, and I think he looks really good. Oh, the side rods. I forgot about the side rods. Oh, the side rods are cool. Obviously, they're not accurate. These are, you know, like Thomas or James's side rods, not Henry's. His are a lot more complex. But, you know, it gets the job done, and they do stick out a lot. But it's not bad. I don't mind it. So yeah. Henry the Green Engine, there he is, looking pretty schwanky, if you would. What? All right, next up, guess who it is? That's right.
Here's
James. Look at that. There's our little red boy. He's interesting, I'm gonna say. So, I think his main locomotive section looks really good. This is one of the best James models, I think maybe ever, at least in the toy line. Everything's proportioned really well. You got all the necessary details that you'd want. There's this smiling face. He's looking off to the side. I don't like it when they do that, but who cares? For some reason, he has gold side rods. I don't know why. Maybe it's because his wheels are silver instead of black, which I don't mind. I think it adds, you know, a little more color to him, which, I mean, the gold doesn't, and I feel like it does kind of I mean, it goes well, because he's got the gold dome and whistle and lining, so a gold, you know, side rod doesn't look terrible, and helps it stand out against the wheels, which were made in the same-ish color plastic as everyone else's side rods, even though that is inaccurate, but who cares? That's a thing that they've been doing for years, and clearly aren't gonna stop, but, you know, I don't know. I think it looks fine. We do have, back to the wheels, the correct wheels, at least here. We have these 3 wheels, and then the little, wheel there. I forget what it's called. I apologize. Separately molded dome. You can see where it kind of pops out of the metal there, along with the whistle, which is really cool. You got a little bit of an interior in his cab, which is nice. So they could have done that with Henry, but they, for some reason, chose not to. And then we have his tender. Again, all plastic, but it's small. It's really small. And, like, I feel like with Henry's, like, his feels a bit more proportional. I think it's a little downsized, but I think it works fine. James's, I don't know, it just looks really small. And I don't know, maybe it's because he's so big, they made him huge. Like, I think he's bigger than Henry. Yeah, he's bigger than Henry. Why is he bigger than Henry? What's with that? Why is he bigger than Henry? So he's bigger than Henry for some reason. And they just didn't scale up his tender, because I think this is an All Engines Go tender. So it's working with those proportions. And it just looks kind of weird. It's really small, you know, this part and this part, they kind of curve in, or they kind of angle in to these curves here, and they're not just like flat like they're supposed to be. But I don't know. It's not horrible. I'd say that's my least favorite thing about this. But besides that, James is really good. He's really, really solid. Mr. James here. We got another little friend, and his name is Percy. And look at him. He's so small and cute. I love his face, because he's got those little puppy dog eyes. Why does he have puppy dog eyes? I don't know. But he just looks cute. I like it. He's really small and fun. He's a fun-sized little guy. He's got, you know, his 4 wheels and little side rods to go with that, which I think looks pretty good. And, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot going on with Percy that I really need to talk about. He's got the whistle and the dome, which is separately applied. You can kind of see the rest of his gold plastic on the inside of his cap, which is funny. And it is fully open, which is cool. You can see through it, even though there are, like, the support things in there. The back is there's nothing going on. They didn't continue the gray onto the back of his coal bunker. And he doesn't have, like, a lamp in the back. Got a huge 6. His 6 is gigantic. I don't know why, but it just looks bigger to me. And hold on. I feel like the red outline isn't really that... It's kind of thin. Yeah, it is. It is. So I wish they had a bit more, a thicker red line for Percy. Yeah, even on Thomas it's thicker, at least on camera. So I wish they had a bit of a thicker line for Percy. But aside from that, he's just a cute little guy. Look at him. You just wanna give him a hug. So there's little Percy. There he goes. Bye, Percy. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. I've been teasing this all video. Annie and Clarabel. There they are. I don't know why they're here. I'm glad they are, but I don't know. They're just here, which is cool. I'm pretty sure they're the exact same mold, so we really only have to talk about one, I guess. So we'll talk about Annie. So you know, she does have her face there. That's a different face than they usually give Annie. Usually she has that like O face. This is a nice smile. Their nose does come out a little bit, and also they have cheeks. Can't really see it too well, but their cheeks come out a little bit, so that's fun. Do their eyes? Oh, their eyes do. Yeah, so their eyes come out, their chin or cheeks come out, and their nose comes out, and then they don't have like actual windows. You know, like a they're not see-through. They don't have like a plastic in there for the window glass. But they do have this kind of lit up silhouette thing going on. So there are passengers inside. So you can see there are a few people there and a few people there. And then we got Clarabel. Oh, they also have the these bits there. Clarabel, same thing's going on. But different window details you will notice, which is fun. I like that they well, no, these are different. Yeah, they're different windows on both of them. That's fun. So yeah, even though these are a strange inclusion and they're not as good as other Annie and Clarabels that we've gotten, they have, you know, a lot of good detail on them, and they're well made, and you can couple them up. So, you know, they can follow Thomas along. They're a little small. Come on, little turd. There we go. They're a little shorter than Thomas, but you know, he looks good with them trailing behind. So that's fine by me. Come on. God damn it. There we go. So yeah. Focus on the thing. The thing. There we go. There's Annie and Clarabel. Alright, and then there's this guy who no one really cares about. My camera doesn't even care about him because he's not even in focus. Yeah, what do you know?
It's Thomas the fucking tank engine!
So, Thomas, I think looks really, really good. This is a good model of Thomas. He's got the good proportions going on. All the details are there. I really like his face. I don't know if that's a different eye position and eyebrow position from the other three that they've done. I mean, I know it's different from the Railway Series one, but I don't know if it's different from the regular single release and the Mattel 80th anniversary release, but I think it looks good. And he has an open cab, very nice, both windows you can see through. He has a separately fitted whistle, which is nice. All the lines look really good, and you know, he scales well with everyone. There he is with his best friend Percy. They're scaled pretty appropriately. I mean, Annie and Clarabel we already talked about. They're not to scale. I think they might be from an older line, I'm not sure. He's smaller than Henry. He should be small, or he's the same size as Henry. He should be smaller than Henry. Henry is kind of even with Thomas, but James is big compared to Thomas, although I think that's a CGI thing. I think in the model series they were a little closer in size, but for some reason in CGI James is gigantic compared to Thomas, so that's weird, but I think he looks good. He's also got his front lamp and his tail lamp, and he does have a separately molded plastic coal in his bunker. That's cool. And the exclusivity of this Thomas is that he has a little guy on him. He has this little guy painting his red lining on the side of his tank, and I think that's fun. I don't know if I'd really go with that as an exclusive variant for Thomas. It's not like a go-to one, because I don't really want a little dude on him all the time, especially if this is your only Thomas you're gonna get. He is just perpetually gonna have this guy working on him all the time. So if you want a normal Thomas, you gotta have him with this side displayed. But hey, I think he looks, fun. That's something different. Adds a little action to this Thomas. He's in the process of getting repainted. Maybe this is like an Adventure Begins kind of thing. I don't know. Me personally, I would have gone with either like a Celebration Thomas, where he's got like confetti all over him, or like the green LBSE Thomas from Adventure Begins, or maybe like a classic Thomas where he doesn't have all those rivets on him for the long-time fans who might not like all the rivets that they've been adding lately. So, he looks good. I like him. I'll definitely be getting the other 3 variants of this guy. So overall, what do I think about the new die-cast Thomas toys? I think they're really good. I think these are really solid Thomas toys. It's nice that we're kind of back in that era of the merchandise where the things are actually well made. They look like they've had a lot of thought and care put into them, which is good. Because for a while, I was losing hope. I've been really happy with everything that they've put out, merchandise-wise for the 80th anniversary. I think the motorized stuff, even though some of that is kind of, you can see where they've reused All Engines Go stuff. I think a lot of it is really well made. And, I think in terms of the die-cast stuff, I think it's really fun that they did a Railway Series Thomas to honor the anniversary. I think that's a cool thing to do. I think that's a fun way to honor the legacy of the franchise. This line isn't without its issues. Of course, the scaling of Henry is kind of crazy, Henry and James. Even though I do appreciate that they took scaling into account with the new stuff. I never really minded, all the characters being similar in size. So James being gigantic compared to everyone else, even though it makes sense for Thomas and Percy because they're supposed to be smaller than him. He's not supposed to be smaller than or bigger than Henry. Henry should be bigger than everyone here. But he's not. He's, the average size of everything. And, James is tender, and Annie and Clarabel have their issues, even though I think they're also good. So, it's a mixed bag. It's not perfect, but at the same time, I think these are really good and worth your while to get. I think they're only, like I said earlier, I think they're only available at Walmart. So if you don't have a Walmart, you're screwed. If you can find this, I would recommend it because you basically get the whole set. It is just these 4 that are new. I mean, Thomas it's a different Thomas than you'll get in the single pack, but everybody's got to have 50 million Thomases, so is that big of a deal? I don't really think so. 6, 7. So there you go. There's that. Gets a thumbs up from me. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your new favorite video, and I will see you in your next favorite video. Bye-bye.